Sexy and Scorpio were the themes for this cake, and I freaking delivered, you guys. This is the sexiest cake I have ever made. My client's birthday was coming up. She's going to be turning 30, and she wanted a green cake to match her green going out dress, okay? She had some specific requests for the design of the cake, but said that I had full creative freedom and to only fit what I could. She said she wanted a ton of piping. She wanted lots of really extra ruffles, so I made sure to give her some super dramatic swoops. I wanted them to be really, really deep. I did the classic ruffle tip that I normally used, and then I went in and added this ruffle on top, which I think is kind of cool. It looks like scales, which I love. I did a coil border on top of that ruffle just to close the seam, and I didn't want the sides to feel too top heavy, so I added a shell border at the base. I think this really balanced it out. It looks so pretty. I personally like to make sure all of my piping is nice and nipped and tucked. I feel like it makes a huge difference in the final design, and I've been holding back, you guys. The top part of this cake is the best part, okay? The sides are beautiful, but just wait. Okay, now a little hint for what's to come. I added these little lines or threads, if you will, to the sides. I wanted the side and top designs to feel cohesive, okay? I didn't want it to feel like two different cakes. So I did those threads because the top is also getting threads because it's supposed to look embroidered. Are you kidding me? Her dress is embroidered green, okay? It has different shades of green in it, and she wanted me to tie it in if I could. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, but I went ahead and used the same green that I used all around the side of the cake to add these little threads on top. I covered almost the entire top, leaving tiny little gaps so that I could fit in a second color. Because I looked at lots of different embroidery, I feel like there's usually multiple colors within a design. So I added some white and teal to the green to make this lighter shade, and I think it's so perfect. It totally adds some dimension. And for her third request, I don't really know anything about astrology, but she's a Scorpio, obviously, and she really wanted me to include a scorpion if I could. So I spent 35 minutes hand placing or embroidering these gold sprinkles on top of the cake in the shape of a scorpion. My hand felt like it was going to fall off within the first few minutes, but it was so worth it. I used gold because she's going to be wearing gold jewelry with her dress. After adding all of the larger sprinkles, I went in with tinier sprinkles to add some more details. I added some smaller sprinkles around the head so the body wouldn't seem so giant in comparison. I finished up by adding 2 tiny little sprinkles to the pinchers to make it look like pinchers. And then I also feel like embroidery has a lot of like gold tinsel throughout it, so I added some edible gold glitter on top. And then just to tidy up the cake and make it look more finished, I added this really simple shell border on top in that original green, and I really feel like this finishes it off perfectly. I didn't want to do anything too crazy because I didn't want to take away any attention from the scorpion. I finished the seam of each ruffle with a tiny little rosette coil, and I really thought I was done, but I felt like the sides just needed something to tie the top to it a little bit more. So I added 2 little sprinkles to each empty space on the side, and I really think this tied it all together. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I of course had to do a slow-mo glitter spray for you guys, and I can't even tell you how much I love this freaking cake. Here's a little slow motion turn for you because I'm that obsessed. I need you to see every single detail. I personally think I killed this cake. My client Kai absolutely loved it. Happy 30th to her. I hope you love it. I hope you have a great day. Okay, love you. Bye.